Welcome to Wonderslate. Subscribe to our Telegram channel given in the description to updates and study materials. Topic for today's quiz is Anatomy of flowering plants. Question number 1. Wider sieve tube elements are seen in protophloem. Option A. True. Option B. False. The correct answer is Option B. False. Phloem are of two types, the protophloem and metaphloem. One of the most distinguishable feature of two types of phloem is the sieve tube elements. Protophloem has narrow sieve tube elements as compared to the metaphloem. Question number 2. Spongy parenchyma is found under the upper epidermis of the leaf. Option A. True. Option B. False. The correct answer is Option B. False. Spongy parenchyma is a type of mesophyll cell that has large amount of intercellular space. They are found under the Collenchyma parenchyma. Question number 3. Wood is a common name for Option A. Cambium. Option B. Vascular bundles. Option C. Phloem. Option D. Secondary xylem. The correct answer is Option D. Secondary xylem. Wood is also called as secondary xylem. This is due to the hard nature of the secondary xylem. Question number 4. Anatomy is also called Option A. Histology. Option B. Internal morphology. Option C. Morphology. Option D. Histochemistry. The correct answer is Option B. Internal morphology. Anatomy is the study of the inner constructions of the organism. In a way, it can be called as study of inner morphology of the organism. Question number 5. What is the function of phloem parenchyma? Option A. Provide osmotic balance to the sieve tube. Option B. They store the food material in them. Option C. Provide mechanical support. Option D. Help in healing of sieve tube elements that get cut. The correct answer is Option B. They store the food material in them. Phloem parenchyma are the food repository for plants. They are found near to the sieve tube elements that transport the food across the plants. Question number 6. Collenchyma parenchyma are tightly packed mesophyll cells that has chlorophyll pigments in them. Option A. True. Option B. False. The correct answer is Option A. True. There are two types of mesophyll cells. Collenchyma parenchyma is type of mesophyll cells. They are packed tightly and found under the upper epidermis of the leaf. Question number 7. Pericycle is made up of Collenchyma tissue. Option A. True. Option B. False. Option C. The companion cells are specialized sclerenchymatous cells. Option D. Phloem fibers are generally present in the primary phloem. The correct answer is Option B. False. Pericycle is either made up of parenchyma tissue or sclerenchyma tissue. In some plants there can be heterogeneous pericycle where both parenchyma and sclerenchyma tissues are seen. Question number 8. Which of the following is characteristic of meristematic cells? Option A. Thin-walled, isodiametric, large nucleate and less protoplasm. Option B. Thin-walled, isodiametric, large nucleate and dense protoplasm. Option C. Thick-walled, isodiametric, non-nucleate and dense protoplasm. Option D. Thick-walled, columnar, large nucleate and dense protoplasm. The correct answer is Option B. Thin-walled, isodiametric, large nucleate and dense protoplasm. Meristematic cells are thin-walled, isodiametric in shape, have large nucleus and dense protoplasm. Question number 9. In a plant organ covered by periderm or the cork cambium, the stomata are absent. Gaseous exchange occurs through option A. Parenchyma. Option B. Lentils. Option C. Trichomes. Option D. Pneumatophores. The correct answer is option B. Lentils. Lentils are one of many raised pores in the stem of a woody plant which allow gas exchange between the atmosphere and the internal tissues. Question number 10. The most abundant element present in the plant is option A. Nitrogen. Option B. Manganese. Option C. Iron. Option D. Carbon. The correct answer is option D. Carbon. Carbon is the most abundant element in plants. It is required to form carbohydrates, proteins, nucleic acids, and many other compounds and therefore is a key part of plant biomolecules. Question number 11. Which of the following statement is true about secondary xylem? Option A. It is seen in all angiosperms. Option B. It grows along with the primary xylem. Option C. It grows during the secondary growth in plants. Option D. Secondary xylem is also differentiated into protoxylem and metaxylem. The correct answer is option C. It grows during the secondary growth in plants. Secondary xylem is developed due to the secondary growth in plants. Since secondary growth is seen only in dicots, monocots lack secondary xylem. Question number 12. What is the innermost layer of a stem in dicot and monocot? Option A. Cortex. Option B. Pith. Option C. Cambium. Option D. Bast. The correct answer is option B. Pith. Pith is the innermost area of the stem in dicot and monocots. This layer is made of parenchyma tissue and mostly serves as food storage. Pith is also called as medulla. Question number 13. All of the living tissue in the plant body is usually parenchymatous in nature. Option A. True. Option B. False. The correct answer is option B. False. Not all the living cells in the plant body is parenchymatous. There are meristematic tissues in the plant body which are living and help in the growth of the plant. Question number 14. Which of the following are primary meristems? Option A. Procambium. Option B. Ground meristem. Option C. Protoderm. Option D. All of these. The correct answer is option D. All of these. Primary meristems are those that occur directly during the development of the embryo cells, are called primary for being the first that originate and are located at the tip of stems, roots, and axillary buds. Protoderm, ground meristem, and procambium are primary meristems. Question number 15. For a critical study of secondary growth in plants, which one of the following pairs is suitable? Option A. Sugarcane and sunflower. Option B. Teak and devdar. Option C. Pine and fern. Option D. Wheat and maidenhair fern. The correct answer is option B. Teak and devdar. The increases in diameter or thickness is due to the formation of secondary tissues as a result of the activities of vascular cambium and cork cambium. This secondary growth is characteristic of dicot stem and root. teak and devdara are both dicot in nature. Question number 16. Which of the following is true about tissue system? Option A. Xylem is a tissue system. Option B. Different types of tissues come together to form a tissue system. Option C. Tissue system is made of live cells only. Option D. All of them. The correct answer is option B. Different types of tissues come together to form a tissue system. Tissue system can be termed as a conglomerate of the different tissues coming together to perform a common system. Plants do not have defined internal organs like humans, and the tissue system replaces the organ system in plants. Question number 17. Collenchyma cells are elongated cells with irregularly thick cell walls that provide support and structure. Option A. True. Option B. False. The correct answer is option A. True. Collenchyma cells are elongated cells with irregularly thick cell walls that provide support and structure. Their thick cell walls are composed of cellulose and pectin. Question number 18. Meristematic tissue needs a constant supply of nutrients to keep growing. Why? Option A. It comprises fast-growing cells and hence needs more energy. Option B. It cannot store nutrients due to constant cell division. Option C. The cells lack vacuoles to store nutrients. Option D. They are present at the growing ends of the plant. The correct answer is option C. The cells lack vacuoles to store nutrients. The cells of meristematic tissues lack vacuoles. Hence, they are incapable of storing food for a long time. Due to this, they need a constant supply of nutrients for survival. Question number 19. In an annual ring, the light-colored part is known as option A. Early wood. Option B. Late wood. Option C. Heartwood. Option D. Sapwood. The correct answer is option A. Early wood. Annual ring is the part of the wood in a growth ring of a tree that is produced earlier in the growing season. The cells of early wood are larger and have thinner walls than those produced later in the growing season. Question number 20. Passage cells are thin-walled cells found in option A. Endodermis of roots facilitating rapid transport of water from cortex to pericycle. Option B. Phloem elements that serve as entry points for substances for transport to other plant parts. Option C. Testa of seeds to enable emergence of growing embryonic axis during seed germination. Option D. Central region of style through which the pollen tube grows towards the ovary. The correct answer is option A. Endodermis of roots facilitating rapid transport of water from cortex to pericycle. In roots, endodermis is the innermost layer of cortex. Some of the endodermal cells present opposite to the xylem patches are thin-walled and are called passage cells or transfusion cells. Passage cells help in transfer of water and dissolved salts from cortex directly into the xylem and ultimately to the pericycle. Thank you for watching the video. If you'd like practice this quiz, then download the Wonderslate app now. Link in the description below. If you have any suggestion for us, feel free to leave comments. If you liked the video and want to see more of it, hit the thumbs up and don't forget to click on subscribe button to get more updates of the future videos.